Imagine standing at the edge of a vast wilderness, feeling lost, uncertain, and completely unprepared for what's ahead. The road behind you is familiar, but the path forward, it's unknown, full of obstacles, and demanding a level of trust you're not sure you have. This is where many of us find ourselves in our walk with God, staring at a test we didn't ask for, wondering why He's allowing it. But here's something most believers don't realize. Every great man of faith in the Bible was tested before stepping into his purpose. Abraham, Joseph, Moses, David, even Jesus himself. Testing isn't about breaking you, it's about refining you. And if you don't recognize the test, you might miss what God is trying to do in your life. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 signs that God is testing you, and most importantly, how to pass. Because the truth is, your next breakthrough is often on the other side of a test. And step 5, it's the one most people fail, but if you get it right, it will change everything. Sign 1. You feel like everything is being taken away. Job 1:21. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. One of the clearest signs God is testing you is when you start losing things, whether it's relationships, opportunities, finances, or even a sense of security. It feels like everything is falling apart, but here's what you need to know. God isn't punishing you, He's pruning you. Think about Job. He was a righteous man, yet God allowed Satan to strip everything away. His wealth, his health, even his family. Why? Because Job's faith was being tested, not to destroy him, but to prove his trust in God wasn't based on blessings. How to pass the test? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, ask, what is God trying to teach me? The test of loss is meant to refine your faith. Do you trust God when things don't go your way? Reflect. Have you ever gone through a season where everything felt like it was being taken away? Drop a comment below. Sign 2. You're facing delays and closed doors. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. You've prayed, you've prepared, and you're ready. But for some reason nothing is happening. Doors that seemed open slam shut. Opportunities vanish. You feel stuck. But here's what many miss. Delays are often divine detours. Look at Joseph. God gave him a vision of ruling, but instead of stepping into it, he was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and locked in prison. His dreams weren't denied, but they were delayed, because God was preparing him. How to pass the test? Don't force doors open that God has closed. If something isn't happening, it's either not the right time or not the right path. Trust God's timing. He is never late, even when it feels like it. Sign 3. You're being asked to obey without understanding. Genesis 22:2. Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and sacrifice him as a burnt offering. Sometimes God calls us to take steps of faith that don't make sense. Maybe He's asking you to walk away from a relationship, leave a job, or take a step into something unknown. It feels risky, uncomfortable, and completely irrational. Abraham experienced this when God told him to sacrifice Isaac. Imagine the confusion, the fear, the inner turmoil. But Abraham obeyed, and because of that, he saw God provide in a way he never expected. How to pass the test? Obedience precedes understanding. If God is leading you, don't wait for everything to make sense before you move. Faith is trusting God's voice, even when you don't see the full picture. Sign 4. You feel completely alone. Psalm 13:1. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? Ever had a season where God feels distant? You pray, but it seems like He's silent. You read the Bible, but nothing speaks to you. It's like you're spiritually numb. This is what's known as a wilderness season. Even Jesus faced this. After His baptism, the Spirit led Him into the wilderness to be tested. Luke 4:1. The wilderness is where your faith is stripped of feelings and tested by fire. How to pass the test? Don't mistake silence for absence. God is still working, even when you don't feel it. Stay faithful in prayer, stay rooted in His word, and trust that the season of dryness is preparing you for something greater. Sign 5. You're facing intense temptation and spiritual attacks. James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life. Have you ever noticed that the moment you try to get serious about God, everything comes against you? Old temptations resurface. Doubts creep in. You feel overwhelmed, discouraged, even attacked. Satan attacks what he fears. If you're facing intense spiritual warfare, it's because the enemy knows you're on the verge of something powerful. How to pass the test? Recognize that your struggle isn't just natural, it's spiritual. Armor up, Ephesians 6:10-18. Stay in prayer, stay in the Word. And don't fight alone. Seek godly counsel and community to help you stand firm. In conclusion, if you're going through any of these 5 tests, don't lose heart. God isn't punishing you, He's preparing you. Every test has a purpose, and every trial is an opportunity to grow. My favorite test is number 5, spiritual attacks. It's a sign that the enemy sees something powerful in you. What about you? Which test resonated most? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear how God is working in your life. If this video blessed you, don't forget to subscribe. Stay strong in the faith and remember, every test you face is a setup for a greater testimony. God bless.